What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ellis back at it again on the main channel, and today we have our own tier list. This is going to be very unbiased. You know why? Because I evaluate talent every single day. I develop talent every single day. Young talent that's trying to, get better at the game of basketball every single day. All right. Now, this is what we're basing it off of. 1v1s, your skill set in 1v1s, right? What you bring to the table in 1v1s, what you bring to the table in 3v3s, and what you bring to the table in 5v5s. All right? This is going to be, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to break it down for you. You know I will. Here we go. All right, for the first, we're just going to start from the bottom all the way up to the top. I'm not going to do myself because I don't feel like I should give myself a rating. No. All right, here we go. We're going to start with YPK Ray. All right, so I haven't really seen him outside of HOH tournament. But what I have seen in the 3v3 is that he's very, very shifty. He's very quick. He's athletic. Okay, so what I would do is I would put YPK Ray at around the 85 range. 85. He's at an 85, right? Because the only reason why I wouldn't put him at around high 80s is because I haven't seen his ability to shoot the basketball. That's the only reason why. So having him right around that 85 rating allows him room to grow. And to be honest with you, I really feel like he probably can shoot the basketball. He probably just didn't do it that particular game. But I also don't want to get carried away, being that was my first time seeing him, if you understand what I'm saying. All right. Next, we have T-Jazz. We talking about skill set, the ability to knock down the mid-range, the three, the ability to facilitate, the ability to get buckets in hostile environments, the ability to thrive in 1v1s or 3v3s, the ability to finish at the basket. Come on, man. T-Jazz is easily, I'm putting T-Jazz at a 91 rating. Easily. 91. The only thing T-Jazz is athleticism. And that's something I don't have at a high level. You know what I'm saying? All right, so next we have, is this A-Milli? A-Milli, the ability to shoot the basketball, the ability to play 1v1s at a high level, the ability to lead a team to victory, the ability to facilitate, the ability to create shots for himself. A-Milli is easily up here in the 90s. I'm going to give him the same thing as T-Jazz, 91. All right, that's easy. That's easy. All right, next up we have White Eye. Okay, he has the same thing as well. The ability to shoot the basketball at a high level, the ability to perform in hostile environments, the ability to finish, the ability to pass. Also, A-Milli, going back to A-Milli, the ability to even talk and communicate on the floor is really big as well. I have White Iverson at a 90. The things he was doing with the West Coast squad when he was there, I'm telling you, man, he's a 90 in the YouTube community. He's a 90 easily. Devonta Friga, pioneer, can shoot the basketball, can finish. His size, man, what he's been doing lately, he's gotten better at his handle. His pacing has gotten better. I have Devonta Friga at a 93. I have Devonta Friga at a 93. All right. Here we go, y'all. Next up, we have Mr. Ryan the Crash Dummy. Mr. Ryan the Crash Dummy. Now, being that I just played Ryan the Crash Dummy, his defense is elite. He has better defense than Wide Eye, A-Milli, and Devonta Friga, and T-Jazz. He's probably up there with Jay Jones, for sure, defensively. And to be honest with you, man, he can shoot the basketball. What I do want him to do, I told him this already, I want him to be more aggressive in that 3v3. I want him to be more aggressive in that 5v5 setting. bro, he can really be good. But I have him at an 84. I have him at an 84, 83, 84 range because he needs to take the game a little bit more. If Ryan Krabs takes the game a little bit more serious, just train. I'm not saying be like me or A-Milli or Friga. Just get a couple workout sessions in, work on your game just a little bit, and Ryan Krabs could be high 80s for sure, for sure. So far, y'all, we have T-Jazz at a 91, A-Milli at a 91, White Iverson at a 90, Friga at a 93, YPK Ray at an 85, and Ryan the Crash Dummy at a 84, 83, 84. I think this is fair so far, y'all. I mean, being at A-Milli, I think the only thing that the first three 90s that I have, first the 90s, they could be a little bit better defensively. A little bit better defensively. All right, here we go. So right now we have R2. R2 is just, he's a really good trainer. He gets guys better. That's what I really love. It's tricky with R2. Being that Ryan did, you know what I'm saying, mop the floor with him. And I watched Dev just oh my God, Dev yeah. I'm gonna have R2 in this 80 category as well. I'm gonna have R2 in this 80 category. I know they have a few people missing as well. I will throw those guys in there at the end, like Dev, the J Law, but we all know what those guys are. Both of those guys are in the 90s. Right here we have the Professor. This is not even a question. This is a pioneer. This is a GOAT. I'm not even going to even explain that. I'm not even going to do Nick Briss. All right, so we're going MK here. MK is tricky because he did lose to Kenny. But in a 5v5, his athleticism, his ability to thrive in hostile environments, I'm going to have MK at a 90. I'm going to have MK right at a 90. Right at a 90. Right at a 90. Right at a 90. To me, I know I have a lot of 90s, but this we talking about T-Jazz. Skill set is incredible. A-Milli just won $25,000, played through injury. And what he's been able to do with East Coast, he's the leader of that team. We see what Ryan Iverson does, what he did with West Coast, what he continues to do on his own. Friga's a pioneer, the Professor, and then MK, you know, he just won a whole bunch of bread, and then he was at the OBL as well. Sale, we talking about a floor general here, can shoot the basketball, very, very skillful. IQ is at a high level. He's right at 90. He's right at 90. He's right. The only thing that probably doesn't have Sale propped up to like 91, 92 is the fact that the body doesn't even like he isn't as active as Milli, T-Jazz, White Eye, Friga, MK. He isn't as active. So, but when he is active and he wants to get a bucket and he wants to thrive and he wants to lock in, he's in the 90s, bro. Like, we're not even going to do that. LSK. Now we do that. LSK reminds me of AD. He reminds me a lot of Anthony Davis because of his injury history, which has kind of hindered him. The ability to shoot the basketball, his size, his defensive prowess, but being that his injury history and what he hasn't really played basketball or taken basketball serious in a little minute, I'm gonna have LSK right at an 88, 89, 88, 89 for me, 88, 89. Goat James. Okay, Goat James here is going to be at 100. All right, next we have Mr. Kenny Chow. I think Kenny has become comfortable in losing, and that's a problem. I think that's a real serious. Kenny, you need to come to the Mecca, bro. Kenny, you need to come to the Mecca. bro. And I promise you, if you just came, like if you just pulled up for a week, and we got to the gym 2 times a day, couple days, and one time, like, you know what I'm saying, and you just got more comfortable in your skill set, you got more confidence. I promise you, bro, you'd probably be right at an 80. But right now, bro, I have you decent. I have you at like a 74, 75 right now, bro. I have you at a 74, 75 right now because I don't see you right now beating a YPK Ray or a Ryan the Crash Dummy or a R2 or not a LSK. To be honest with you, you gotta lock in, Brody. Like, seriously, you gotta lock in for me, man. Like, you could really, really be good. Your jump shot ability, your handle is really, really good, but you've become comfortable, bro, and I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that at all. Jezzer. Jezzer. Jezzer is tough. Jezzer is tough because I don't really see him beating a YPK Ray or a Ryan the Crash Dummy, R2 or LSK in a 1v1. But Jezzer can thrive in a 5v5 setting and a 3v3 setting because of his ability to shoot the basketball. I feel like once Jezzer gets takeover, or once he really starts to get it going, he could be in that 83, 82 range. This is tough. This is tough. So I have Kenny at around like a 72, 73. This is very, very tough for me right now. Oh my God. Oh, bro. Because of his ability to shoot the basketball, I'm having Jezzer right at an 80. Right at an 80. Right at an 80. Because of his ability to... Oh, but Jezzer can't guard. I'm going to have him at a 79. 79. 79. 79. And I know y'all going to be... Oh, man, this is tough. This is so tough, y'all. 79-80 range, y'all. 79-80 range. But I feel like once Jezzer gets angry and once he really wants to lock in and hoop, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. This is not even a question. Flight. Got to, bro. Got to, bro. Got to. Drifty J. Oh, man. A lot of y'all, Oh, man. Drifty J. What I've seen, he did really well when they played East Coast. But I don't see him beating Ryan the Crash Dummy if they even play. Or I'm gonna have Drifty J at a 79. Drifty J at a 79. Drifty J at a 79. Chris White is tough, y'all, because he has gotten really, really better. He's gotten so much better, bro. His handle, shot, his mentality. Can score in the low post. I'm gonna have Chris White right at an 89 as well. Right at an 89 as well. Right at an 89. Right at an 89. Right at an 89. Cash, man. His mentality alone gets him. Well, Cash doesn't take the game serious. Like, he doesn't. But he beat Chris White 1v1. But Chris White has gotten so much. Like, that was last year. on earlier in the year, and Chris has gotten so much better since then. And I don't think Cash can beat Ryan the Crash Dummy or YPK in a 1v1, bro. It will be close. But his mentality alone. Let me see if there's any way I can. No. Whoo! I got Drifty at a 79. I'm gonna have Cash at an 80. Ah. I'm gonna have Cash at an 80. I'm gonna have Cash at an 80. I have Cash at an 80. Cam Wilder, right at an 84. His ability to shoot the basketball, his length. Right at 85, 86. His length, his ability to shoot. He has to get his teammates involved more. He has to get his teammates involved more. Yeah, I think that's the only thing Cam is missing, and a little bit more dog. He has to have more dog mentality. And I think he would be straight. I'm not gonna grade myself. Let's say if Zach TTG was in here, I would have him at like a 78, 77. If Zach TTG was in here, if 50 Cal Mal was in here, I have him at right at a 78, 79 because Mal isn't as active as he should be. If Rice Gum was in here, I have him in the 70s. If GOI's in here, he'd be at where Flight's at, right at like a 65, 66. Who else am I missing? Devin Lab will be in the 90s. J-Law will be in the 90s. Who else is in the community that I'm missing, y'all? Slim Reaper will be in the 80s, like an 87. Just because of his athleticism, his ability to shoot. He's so unorthodox. He'd be like an 88, 87. Who else am I missing? I think that's all I'll be missing right there. Yeah. But I think, just to go over these guys again, I have T-Jazz at a 91, A-Milli at a 91, White Iverson at a 90, D-Friga at a 93. The Professor is just the Professor. MK at a 90, Cell at a 91. It's Hezzy God, bro. YPK is like an 85 right now just because we have to see more of him in that setting. He's really, really good, though. Crash Damage like an 84. His defensive ability and his ability in 1v1s to really shoot the basketball, I want him to be more aggressive in a 5v5, 3v3 setting, though. R2 at like an 84. LSK like an 86, 87. Jesser like an 83, 84. Chris Wright at like an 89. Cash at right at an 80, 79, depending on the day and whether or not he wants to take the game serious that day. But it's really mental for him. Cam Wild at like an 85, being that he could shoot the basketball in his height. Kenny, come to the Mecca, bro. I got him right at like a 74. Drifty at a 79. Flight at a 66. And like I said, there will be more guys in the 70s, y'all, like Rice Gum, 50 Cal Mal, Zach TTG, and things of that nature, y'all. I'm not gonna grade myself because I mean y'all could do that. But yeah, y'all, I think this is pretty fair, bro. I think this is pretty fair. Obviously, these like T-Jazz, A-Milli, White Eye, Cell. There wasn't what on any given day. You feel what I'm saying? Any given day, MK2. Any given day, either one of those guys can have a better day at that time. But what Friga has been doing as of late, he's that guy. YPK, we just have to see more. Ryan the Crash Dummy just got to be more aggressive in 5v5, 3v3. We know what you could do in a 1v1 setting. LSK is just the injury thing with him. That's it. Other than that, LSK could be at 90 plus just because of his ability to shoot and his size. Jezer, when he wants to get going, he could be 80 plus. Chris White, he is improved. Cash, depending on the day, whether or not, you know what I'm saying, he wants to like really get in your head or just play. He's right at an 80. Yeah. I think this is a good list. Man. And I told you guys some of the guys I have at 70. This is a good list. Hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, man. I think I broke it down pretty well. I think I did. Yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Never be free again. We out.